fact, paying general managers more than $56,000 a year. Wendy's a close second, paying managers nearly the same amount. And then there's Chick-fil-A. Managers there getting more than $53,000 on average. At McDonald's, managers make more than $48,000. Their cashiers only grossing about $10 an hour. This number surprised me because they are good salaries if you're a manager at one of these fast food giants.
That's right. And it belies the Democratic narrative that the working class is somehow under siege in this country, right? The notion that you can get a managerial position at a Taco Bell and be making more money than I made the first 6 years of my career in D.C., I think shows that there's still a lot of mobility here in this country. And Democrats talking about a minimum wage or a jobs guarantee don't understand the amount of opportunity that's out there.
And remember earlier this year, Mitch, Taco Bell announced that select managers could get a huge raise, hiking pay up to $100,000 a year. That was at Taco Bell. The chain will begin testing the six-figure salary in select U.S. markets. So you're a manager at Taco Bell, you could be making $100,000.
Well, let's remember how you become a manager. You start at the entry level and you work up very, very quickly. So the whole notion of raising the minimum wage, which could wipe out a lot of that entry level, takes away the opportunity for you to move. So you can start at a $9 an hour job and find yourself making $50,000 in a relatively short period of time. That's the American dream, and it could be very well derailed by a $22 minimum wage.
That's right. And the people who are being pulled off the sidelines are the people who are getting those $9 an hour jobs. They're younger people who are typically underemployed. They're people who maybe have a criminal history, people with disabilities. All of those people are now working in this economy at higher rates than we've seen in decades, and that is good news.
It's not the news that the Democrats or the critics of this president really want to talk about. As you say, they continue to use this whole narrative of, you know, the rich are evil, the rich need to pay more.
The billionaires are the ones who got rich under President Trump. I was yelling at the television last night. It's simply not true.
It's just a lie.
The wages for the bottom 10% of people in this country have grown at about 6% during the first 11 quarters of the Trump presidency. That is double what they grew under President Obama during his second term. Double.
And it's faster than they've grown in 20 years.
I mean, the truth is income inequality is narrowing. It's actually getting better. And this is obviously the talking point that just keeps on going for the critics of the president, because they just want to paint this picture that he's helping his rich friends, which is exactly not what happened after the tax cuts and the deregulation. Quick break, and then Disney's new world. What is next for the company as CEO Bob Iger steps